interrupt the music for a couple of minutes and show them something special, and draw something really special. I don't know what it is, but draw something really special. And if it's really good, what I thought I'd do is come back up and I'll auction it off. And I'll start with a certain number. But we have money in this room. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So we'll maybe auction it off afterwards. But I think you're not going to really believe what you're going to see, because I've never seen anything like it. So if you could just pay a little attention, because it's very different. It's entertainment, but really what it is done. She's one of the greatest artists anywhere in the world. Vanessa, would you please come up? Thank you. Thank you.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to have everybody please take their seats. As the President says, do not take your seats. Come back to the middle, everybody.
Test 1, 2, Sydney Persing. This is Chris. Can you hear me? And just a heads up before you respond, we are going live over YouTube while we do this test. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2, Sydney. This is Chris. Can you hear me? Test 1, 2, Sydney. It's Chris. Can you hear us? They might not be dialed in yet. Yeah. It is 9 o'clock. It is New Year's Eve.
Yes,
and this
sir.
is the Live Zone Primetime. I'm producer
Take a look
Chris.
at us, huh?
That is Tony P.
Woo.
And this is, we are 3 hours
Yeah, like three,
and
exactly.
change until we ring in the new year
2026.
here on the East Coast. 2026. Tony P., thank you so much for spending your New Year's Eve
listen.
here with us. We brought in a little of that non-alcoholic champagne.
We
that
learned
talked
from
about
last
yesterday.
night.
We learned all about it last night. So I think the
Exactly.
right way to start this show is with a
Oh,
little
my friend, listen.
champagne toast. Thank you to everyone out there who is spending their New Year's Eve
Ready?
with us as well. Yeah, do you want to hear that pop? Stand by.
Oh, yes,
Here
ready?
we go.
1, 2.
2.
Yeah,
That's
look at
the
that.
sound you love to hear.
Little
All right,
smoke.
a little something for
Woo.
keep the take the edge off as we celebrate
Put some hair on your knuckles, as
the
they
end
say.
of 2025.
Ooh, look at
Tony
that.
P.
Thank
Thank
you,
you to
my
everyone out
friend.
there who is celebrating with us, is spending their New
Fantastic.
Year's Eve with us. We want to hear from you. You know how to do it. Scan that QR code. Let us know what you have planned
Cheers, my friend.
for New Year's Eve. We're here in studio, but we want to take a little tour as well. Take a look at what is happening around the world. Right now, President Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago celebrating New Year's. He just finished what was like a speed painting round.
Yeah,
That
looks at
included
music
a
and
musical
paint.
performance as well. We'll listen in for a hot second.
Yeah, why not?
So we're going to do on behalf of Eric Trump. Don, do you have a favorite charity? He's with Eric. Well, he's always been, they've been good. What was this one thing? Let's go. St. Jude's is great. And we'll do also half to the Sheriff's Department. Is that okay? So we're going to auction it off. And I'll start at $100,000, okay? And honestly, just, you know, if you want, but I actually think it's worth much more than that. And she's the hottest. How much? Who is that?
Tony, are they doing a live date auction right now?
I think he's doing an auction for the painting that was just done by the artist, I think.
So we've seen the president as commander-in-chief. We have seen the president as the Kennedy Center honors host. And now we're seeing President Trump, the auctioneer.
Well, I mean, he started as a game show host years ago on The Apprentice. I mean, this is not a shock. I mean, this is the... See, I was thinking that people were just talking over him, and this is actually an auction. One thing I hate when people, anybody, I don't care who it is, when they're speaking at a party, they tell you to be quiet, and people are still talking in the background. Because they all think that I'll just kind of whisper and kibitz over here, right? And just talk a little bit. No, that reverberates because everybody else starts to go, well, I'll just kind of talk silently too. And it grows and grows and grows. So I hope that I'm interrupting while an auction's going on, because it's like some pretty big money here going on.
I don't think we
So
can,
$300,000.
well, yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't be interrupting that procedure over
I
there.
would hate to accidentally make some sort of gesture and someone think that I had that kind of cash.
Right. I'd
Although,
tickle my armpit. Ooh.
I do love to support the arts. Listen, we're going to keep this shot up, but let's go ahead and take a look at
do
some
the
of the other pictures. Bottom left, below Tony P and I, that is the Washington Monument, and that is where, I mean, D.C. is the place to be. While the president's down in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, he hasn't been home for a while.
You see Times Square and below the president as well. Obviously, 1 million people packing Times Square, waiting for that famous crystal ball to drop, mark the start of the new year.
Yes.
But here in D.C., doing something a little different for the first time this year, down on the National Mall at the Washington Monument, they are doing a light projection telling the story of U.S. history, because we are not only marking 2026, we are marking a year-long celebration of America's 250th anniversary, and that's pretty cool. So every hour on the hour, they are doing this light show. It started tonight for the first time. And
they're practicing for a few days too.
Well, exactly, and you can kind of see. We're going to get some more details about this. We're going to bring the president's mic down as he continues that auction. We'll check back on.
You should talk a little fast. Hey, we got 400 here.
I know.
2 million here, 2 million here.
We got to get that action going.
I want to see some of that.
In the meantime, though, we mentioned what's happening down on the National Mall. Sydney Persing is down there. Fox 5 Sydney Persing. She joins us now live. Hopefully you can hear us, Sydney.
Yes, I can. Hi, Chris.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and thanks for spending time with us. I'm sorry I don't have a glass of
gentlemen.
champagne for you.
Yes.
Oh, I will forgive you. That did hurt my feelings a little.
So, Chris, what are you doing?
I know,
We're closing out
I apologize.
2025 with a little bit of meanness. We don't like that.
Sydney, tell us what's going on down there at the Washington Monument.
Super cool. This is exactly what you're talking about, Chris. Here is the Washington Monument, and you can see that light show. It's actually going on as we speak. As you mentioned, it's the top of the hour, every hour for about 25 minutes, and it showcases a totally different chapter in American history. There are a ton of families out here, visitors, tourists, so many different folks. And I'm going to bring in now my friend Lily. Lily, you come right here. Lily and I are all bundled up together. Yes,
I
it is
love
a
it.
little cold. Lily, thank you for joining us. You, I know, are visiting from Florida. Why did you want to bring your family to see this?
What better way to celebrate the New Year than in our capital?
And how have you enjoyed it so far? I know I pulled you for this interview, so you didn't get a ton of time to see, but tell me what it's like seeing this. It is so grand and so unique. What has it been like for you to take this all in?
Extremely powerful, to be quite honest. It reminds you what America is all about.
That is so wonderful. And tell me, Lily, because I know you've got your family here. I know your son's birthday is coming up, I believe, tomorrow. As you reflect on 2025 and you look forward to 2026, what are you hoping for?
I'm hoping that we have a good economy for all of us to be able to continue to celebrate with all of our families together.
That is a wonderful resolution. Anything for you personally that you're looking forward to?
I'm hoping to personally grow in my business and spend more time with my boys.
Well, we appreciate you taking a moment to talk to us. Thank you, Lily. I'm going to let you get back to it because, gentlemen, as I showed you, Happy New Year. Lily, thank you. This is underway as we speak. That's why we're standing over here. It's not being folks' way. But this is going to go on for the next 6 nights. Starts at 7 o'clock again for an hour at the top of every hour. So if maybe you're at a bar drinking champagne like you two, or you're sitting in bed, however you're ringing in the new year, you can come out here and enjoy this. It really is a sight to see.
Now let me ask you this, Sydney. So in terms of the process and like the overall, the light show, is there anything special that's going to be coming on at midnight to coincide with the ball drop, or is it going to stay on the same loop as we're going to see for the next 6 days?
Very good question. Well, at midnight, we're going to get fireworks here, which will be really
Whoa.
exciting. And again, it is a little chilly out, so
Yeah.
I know. It is
That's not, you don't see fireworks in cold.
As well as 250.
Sydney, can I ask you a quick question? What would you estimate the crowd size is down there, if you don't mind me asking? You may have said that already.
No, I was actually just about to say that it appears because of the weather that pretty much after that first top of the hour, people do in fact leave, then we get a new batch. So it's actually not terribly crowded. I would say right now maybe like 100 people.
Okay.
Certainly not what it's looking like over in New York City, but I think probably as we get closer to midnight, we may see more folks for the fireworks. But it's a calm environment, but it is joyous. You know, folks are with their families and they're meeting other families. A lot of tourists here, I will say. A lot of folks who wanted to spend New Year's Eve in the nation's capital and tour DC, which has been lovely to see. But I will say, if you are coming here, I would take public transportation. I would take the metro. Parking is not, as you may be able to hear.
that was your
Yeah,
feeling.
some angry drivers down there.
Even
as
on
well.
New Year's, people, after Christmas, the anger comes back even before the New Year.
Yeah, we see some flashing lights clearly as well,
Yeah.
so maybe people didn't get the message. Sydney, one last question for you. I mean, do you think they did a good job of spreading the word that this was going to be happening, or do you think that not a lot of people even knew about it to come down and check it out?
That's a good question. I think the word was probably spread. I saw quite a bit online, certainly on our air, on social media, but I think also a lot of people want to go out and party maybe on New Year's Eve, or they're away on vacation. But we'll have to see, you know, as the night goes on, we'll see how the crowd shapes up, if it thins out more or gets bigger. But I think a lot of folks probably heard of it, but whether they had other plans, you just don't know.
Yeah, and like you start talking to some of the folks on the ground there. You've been having some great interviews. What are people doing after this? Are they going to stay and go home? We've seen a lot of folks staying in this year, or are they going to be going out to DC's bars? Some of the tourists. Like, what are some of the things people are doing, tourists and residents alike?
Well, I will say that the demographic here is probably going home. It's a lot of families, a lot of kids. So
Yeah.
if they even make it to midnight, I would be impressed. Also, some older folks too. But you never know. You can't count out the moms and dads. Maybe they put their kids to bed and they hit the bars. But most of the people I've talked to, they're here and then they're going home, and they'll ring in the new year in the comfort of a nice heated room with a blanket and
Yeah.
maybe a glass of champagne.
You know, that
So
ain't the
glad you
worst.
guys didn't
The
say
worst
anything, but
idea,
that's all
or
right.
non-alcoholic
We have a
bubbly.
lot left, so I know you still have
Yes. All right.
other obligations down there, so we'll let you go. We'll check back in with you coming up on Fox 5 News at 10
Yes.
on Fox Local right here, coming up in just about 50 minutes. Happy New Year, Sydney. Thanks so much for making some time with us here on the Live
Happy New
Zone
Year's,
Prime
boys.
Time.
New Year.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much for having us.
Thank you. All right. So we're going to take another live look out at that special presentation that's currently underway. You see the projection on the Washington Monument. Tony, the last time we saw this was the anniversary of the Apollo mission. I believe it was celebrating 50 years of the Apollo mission.
That's
So
incredible.
This is only the second time we've really seen this sort of light show down on the Washington Monument there.
Well, I have to be honest. I think this should be something that they do every 4th of July now, not just for 250. I think they should utilize the assets that we have, especially the memorials like the Washington Monument, even the Lincoln Memorial, which can project some things. That's a big area where people gather in groups, or they'll do different events. Like we had the Penny funeral a couple weeks ago. Those type of things can be utilized, and I would love to see more of this, whether it be for every year. For 4th of July or Veterans Day or Memorial Day, we could do some type of representation or tribute using some of the monuments that we have, because that's all part of the fabric of the country. Is of course the sacrifice of our men and women in uniform, and then honoring the historical dates. We can use our monuments to that effect, and I think that'd be really interesting to do in the future. And utilize the wharf in different parts of the city, kind of like we do for the holidays.
Yeah,
so I think it's a good precedent to begin potentially more of this coming online.
I don't disagree with you at all, and to be honest with you, I was slightly shocked that DC doesn't do a bigger New Year's Eve thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of just like bars and restaurants that do special things, but there's not like one central thing, especially for the nation's capital. I mean, obviously New York has a little bit of a monopoly on the major celebration when it comes to New Year's Eve, but I still think it would be the sort of thing that people would be very interested to kind of check out.
Well, yes, I mean,
two Tony P's.
The world does not need two, and it can only handle maybe half of Tony.
That? That's a little
but
better.
there I am. No, I think a big part of it is New York is the entertainment and pop culture capital. So I think that's the big reason why it's just kind of built in. You associate New Year's Eve with the Rockin' Eve, Dick Clark, Ryan Seacrest now, and that whole aura, right? DC is not really part of that. DC is not always known as an artistic or pop culture city. We're known as a government capital, even though I've been saying this for years. We are so much more than that. We have so much culture and history and diversity and all these things that are wonderful that New York has too. But I think DC has the added bonus of being the nation's capital. So I think if people start to warm up more to New Year's celebrations generally, we don't see some of those polls we saw from our friends at Fox News, where it's like, hey, 34% are staying home. Maybe it'll warrant the capital to start doing more stuff in the years ahead. But if it's not going to be that big and New York has this monopoly, I understand the concept. Is it still most people are still traveling, and the scheduling this year, New Year's is sort of backed up by 3 or 4 days of vacation basically, plus the Christmas week being at the end of the week, so that means a long void from here from Christmas to New Year's.
Yeah.
So all that I think adds to the dynamic. If New Year's was closer to the beginning of the week and you had to work the next couple of days, I think people will be back in DC more. You could utilize that extra traffic to have more events. But this is going to depend on calendar and just where the state of the country is in terms of vibes, I think.
Yeah, no question about that. Well, you mentioned New York, so we might as well take a little trip.
Of course we should.
Up I-95. This is a live stream from the Times Square website. This is the show they are putting on right now. Obviously, this is, I mean, for a lot of people, I imagine it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to crowd, but Tony P, 1 million people, no public restroom.
Yep.
You've got to be there. There's no entering and leaving.
No.
If you go, you are there. You are there for the duration.
Yes.
Is this something that you would put on your bucket list, or do you think this is best to just watch here with us on TV or stream like we're doing right now?
Well, I would say this. So first of all, a lot of people, and just not to be too disgusting, wear adult diapers when they go to this event. That's kind of a known thing.
And they sell them on the street.
Yeah, they sell diapers in Times Square, and people don't drink a lot of fluids, or they don't want to have to go to the bathroom, before or during. And it was funny, they asked Ryan Seacrest about that, and he was not very amused by that. But
I mean, they have to bring,
it was kind of funny. His reaction was priceless, but he tried to be kind of like not too descriptive about it, but it was really funny how he reacted. He was like, "Oh yeah, really interesting." But again, people, right? I think we all know. But the commitment, I have to appreciate the commitment to doing it. Here's the thing: I would just book a hotel in Times Square, the Sheraton, the Marriott, go stay there for a couple nights and pay the extra money just to watch
look over it.
Right, look over it. Or if you're in the broadcast business and maybe you're doing something for the social media like they're doing here for Times Square, or that's the only time that I would ever want to be in New York, is to be doing that type of coverage, not actually being under the ropes there, because that's a lot to handle. Plus, having to get out of New York after this, you better have friends or a hotel or people that you're staying with, because getting out of New York tonight's going to be quite the pain, put it that way.
All right, you see that crystal ball right there. Let's talk about that a little bit.
All right.
Because it is new this year. We talked a little bit about this last night. 9th and newest iteration of that ball. The Constellation Ball is what they call it. It's the largest yet, measures 12.5 feet in diameter, weighs 12,350 pounds. It's also adorned with 5,280 crystals and LED light pucks, which is nearly double the number of crystals of the previous ball. Now, you mentioned this last night. We were talking about how it usually has kind of that like geodesic Epcot dome looking.
Yes.
it's different
Protruding.
this year. They went from triangles to circles. 5,280 Waterford circles instead of triangles on the ball this year, which is why it has that little bit of a smoother look when you see it.
It's not as bright. I don't think it illuminates the same way, but I like how smooth it is. It also allows for different constellations and so it's like its own kind of LED show gets to happen while it's bright too. I like that extra person. This is great. There's a little swirl around with the stars there. That's great. So you know what? Let's give it a try for a couple of years.
Right? All right, so below Tony P, what you're looking at right now, that is the next city in the world to celebrate the start of 2026.
Okay.
That is Rio de Janeiro, and that is Copacabana Beach, and it is packed with people welcoming. And that'll happen 11 p.m. our time, and then Eastern time zone will be next at midnight. Now, let's take you back.
I know it was an hour
down.
in Brazil. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So,
At the Copacabana, you know, that's
all
how I'm
right,
feeling.
back to a live picture here in Washington, D.C. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the sound from New York up there. What did I just do? Goodness gracious. All right, well, I like a little
we had actual
soundtrack
sound.
every
It's
now
New
and then.
Year's, you know?
Sydney Persing, you saw her out there. You saw her out there in a coat. You saw the people who were out there with her a little bundled up. And that is because it is a little bit chilly out there this year. And that means when it's chilly out, we need to bring in, and it's a holiday, we need to bring in the Mike. I feel bad. We didn't tell Mike Thomas about the tuxedos.
No, I
We
feel
didn't tell
overdressed.
I'm great.
Thomas about the tuxedos.
I'm grateful for Mike Thomas in 2025.
Yeah, that makes
Just say,
Can I just drink
do the that's what I was about to say to you.
Yes, you can.
Just do the bottle. Just, you know,
Very disappointed when you find out
nice
that
smooth pour, you know?
it's non-alcohol.
Right, it's non-alcohol.
Nice shirt,
Yeah.
Nintendo, by
It's all right.
the way.
I haven't
Love
even hit
that.
21 yet, so I shouldn't be drinking.
That's good. Love the Nintendo. By the way, the Nintendo.
I don't know if Tony actually believes you or not.
That
but
makes sense. I mean, the Nintendo. I can see the age thing, but I'll tell you, man, I love that shirt.
Yeah, hey, it's because it says New York. And,
Right.
You know, you're showing all these shots from New York and the ball. Which
I
is
know.
now on fire or orange. It's not
Yes.
actually on fire.
It's
It's
not
just
on fire.
fiery
Let's
orange.
not scare
Yes.
people
So,
here.
I don't want to scare the people out there. She's having a good time.
I mean,
having a
she's
great
Planet
time.
Fitness. How about they are the sponsor? Isn't that smart?
Look,
Because
she's getting her waves in.
right,
That's
she's working out.
Right.
She's getting ready to work out January 1 at Planet Fitness, which is
Yeah.
why I think they're doing this sponsorship.
There's no
Right,
question
don't-
that's why they do the sponsorship.
Of course, and it's a good idea.
Now, trying to cancel from Planet Fitness, whole nother ball game.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, we won't bring in the New Year's on that negative.
Mike, directly below you, I see a headline that I think some snow flurries.
Flurries.
Ooh.
Yeah, not the scariest thing.
Yeah, not the
right?
scariest thing in the world,
No,
but
pressure.
A chance of a couple of these guys like overnight tonight.
Okay.
It's not even going to coat the ground locally unless, this is on Fox Local. Viewers could be everywhere.
Right.
If they're out in the mountains, they're going to have a white New Year's, like a nice white New Year's, like 6 to 12 inches of snow in some spots. So, yeah, let's get started and talk a little weather for you here. I'm going to lean over your shoulder, Tony P.
Yes, I'll provide you the
Now,
rock.
I got EarthCam up on one of our computers, weather computers here, and that's facing that ball that you guys have a much closer in view.
I
shot of.
thought I just changed something. You scared the hell out of me.
No,
I was
no, that
like,
was
where
me.
did the weather graphics go?
That was me.
Okay.
So I'm giving you the big shot, and every now and then they twist this camera around and kind of show the crowds down there, which have just been building all day. Here in D.C., this is not New York, this is D.C., 34 degrees, so we're getting close to the freezing as we get closer to midnight here in Washington. Across the rest of the area, temperatures generally middle 30s right now. Most folks above freezing, but there are some exceptions like Manassas, Culpeper down in the 20s right now. And by the way, temperatures like that might be closer to high temperatures tomorrow. It's going to be a brutally cold and awfully breezy start to the new year here in Washington. So we'll talk more about that in a moment. Right now, storm tracker radar, if you go north and west, you're starting to see some snow. Now, a lot of that's not reaching the ground just yet, but gives you an idea of what could be coming our way later on tonight. As I'll show you the bigger picture, and you can see, plenty of snow going across western Pennsylvania through West Virginia. And as I mentioned before, those mountains really going to get a wallop with some snowfall later on tonight. Show you Futurecast here, and you'll notice as we run it forward, approach the midnight hour, we're fine here in Washington. Skies may even clear. That'll just let us get colder as we get into the evening hours. Now, that straight line of snow you see heading in our direction.
Oh, no.
That's an Arctic front. Don't worry about the snow. If it comes down, it's conversational. It won't cause any problems, and then off it goes as we get into early tomorrow morning. The sun actually comes out tomorrow afternoon. But what's behind an Arctic front? Arctic air. So tomorrow's going to be just a much colder day on the other side of this cold front here. So while snow will be ongoing in the mountains, we're just cold, breezy, and tomorrow afternoon's dry. But if you're outside at all, I mean, high temperatures north of DC, probably not getting out of the 20s. Wind chills will be in the teens all day. Not a pleasant start to 2026 here in Washington. So, look, if you're out and about tonight, just make sure you bundle it up. If you haven't headed down to the National Mall yet, you might be watching from the back, right, at this point, because crowds have been so big down that way. But fireworks should be good tonight, minus the fact it's going to be very cold. And then tomorrow, 36. Friday's a drier day, a little better at 41. Weekend, note Saturday. I had to add a couple of snowflakes in there, because we're watching a sneaky little system on Saturday. Sunday's fine, boring, 42 degrees. Okay, cool. Let's jump into this system we're watching on Saturday. It's Saturday night in particular. All week, this has been modeled to stay well to our south, so we haven't really been worried about it. Some of these more recent model runs that have been coming in just tonight have tried to sneak us into a little bit of light snow. Now, it's not a nor'easter, it's not a big storm or anything like that, but you know, the potential for maybe another light coating of snow too, if this thing trends north a little bit farther, maybe a couple of inches, we'll see.
Okay.
I'm leaving it out of the forecast for the moment because we've only had a couple of model runs that have shown that, so I want to see consistency before I leave it in the, put it in the forecast too much. But we're dry Friday, most of tomorrow too is dry, it's just very cold. We'll watch that system Saturday night. If it sneaks north, we'll let you know. I'm here the rest of the week as we work our way to next week. Actually, a bit of a warm-up, maybe middle 50s.
I was just going to ask you that. Thank God. I mean, like, do we see any relief past this Wednesday at 55? Do we see consistent 40s and 50s in the future, or not really?
Second half of next week looks on the milder side, but it's January, and you know it's typically the coldest time of year here in Washington.
Yep, the worst
so,
time.
Yeah, we're gonna go back down, I think.
How is it up in New York?
Temperature's 28 degrees, I think, at last check. So it's
so these are some brave people out there.
They are.
It's certainly not where one half a short and half a legging.
I believe this is Robin, the Swedish pop singer.
I think so.
She's no stranger to probably colder temperatures.
Yeah,
Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen in and see what she's singing. Oh, I love this song. This is my jam, Tony P. Keep dancing on my own. This was actually, all right, I'm going to get a little weird here. Mike Thomas, thank you as always. We can catch him coming up at the top of the hour right here on Fox Local. But Robin's Dancing on My Own, I want to say, was like the locker room anthem that the Philadelphia Phillies used to blare. It was a different, I think it was a cover version, but Robin is, oh man, she's great. She's great.
It's a good lineup. They have some great lineups throughout the night. They always do. And I just love the different New Year's shows, the different personalities that host. They're drinking on set.
Yeah.
They're drinking real alcohol, but I'm like, we're happy with this.
Here's my question.
It is funny though.
Here's my question for anyone out there who's watching on YouTube right now. If you're watching us mobile, if you're watching us as a second screen, and you have on one of the network New Year shows, let us know who's hosting. Let us know which one you're watching.
Yes.
Let us know some of your favorite performances. Let us know some of your least favorite performances. I don't know if you remember, and I'm not going to try to piss off any of the lambs out there.
The lambs?
But do you remember Mariah Carey had what was kind of considered one of the not so great New Year's Eve performances
I don't remember this
one time. Oh, it was something.
What year was this?
This was a couple years ago. Yeah, it was a couple years ago.
They're just showing the new show, Fear Factor, in the corner there. It's going to be a Fox show.
Right here on Fox.
Coming online very soon. It's going to be the recreation of the Joe Rogan show from years ago. There'll be a lot of different activities. It's kind of like Survivor on steroids, if you remember. And I think it's Johnny Knoxville's hosting.
It is Johnny Knoxville.
That was
Survivor on steroids is one way of putting it. But it's like, here's my. Never going to talk bad about a show here on the program, the mothership.
Yes.
However, like bugs crawling around my head. Yeah. No, thank you.
Bugs keep crawling on my head. We don't want that.
Tony P, who would be your dream performance? Who besides Neil Diamond?
He performed.
If you were going to go and see, if you were going to go lock yourself down in Times Square, who would it be for? Who would it be to see?
Not Neil Diamond. Can it be? It has to be a current band, like that can still perform.
No, it doesn't count. Could be anybody.
Okay, I'll do one that's no longer with us and one that is with us. I want to see the Rap Band. I want to see Sammy Davis. I want to see Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. Let's see Nat King Cole make an appearance.
Okay.
Those type of folks perform. And
We're kind of faking it right now.
There we go. And I'll tell you, for a more, people are alive, I would have to go see Dave Matthews Band.
Have you seen Dave Matthews?
But I could imagine maybe
Tony P, he is literally constantly touring.
What? I just don't have the time to go. But I'd love to go see him. Let him pump the audience up. And then, and this is more modern. Maybe like a Tim McGraw. Kind of a little country in there.
Okay.
Or some Kendrick Lamar. My one modern artist. Or Public Enemy too. The day that came back together.
Oh,
Public Enemy, little Flavor Flav, getting out there, Fight the Power, my favorite song.
I love it.
Can't Trust It, the best.
Not bad. Not bad.
Sorry, now,
I don't have.
You can be a lot more succinct than I was.
asked
What
the
would be
question,
yours?
but I don't have an answer. So let's go. Let's go to the YouTube chat and see what West Virginia Ben says.
I think 20 answers.
West Virginia Ben says my dream performance would be Rush, but that's no longer possible now. West Virginia Ben, I hear you because you're probably talking about Rush with Neil Peart. However, Rush is touring. They are going on an anniversary tour. And they will be here in DC, and I believe they're going to be here in the DMV in October. Don't quote me on that. But I did look up tickets for this because that would be a phenomenal show, I agree. Going to see Rush. Canadian superstars.
Oh,
by
totally.
far.
How about Oasis? Maybe have like a maybe have another viral moment.
Maybe have to agree to disagree on the Oasis.
You don't like Oasis?
I'm not. Oasis was not my thing, really.
Really? No, Matchbox 20. Matchbox 20 with Champagne Supernova. Is that Oasis?
Champagne Supernova. That was a great one. Speaking of champagne,
Was that Oasis or is that?
That was Oasis.
Oh, so I had it wrong. Yeah, so I would say Matchbox 20, some of them, or an Oasis with Champagne Supernova. It's my dad and I's favorite song. We'll be listening together.
Very nice.
My dad.
Tony
kind
P
of
bringing me back to my '90s roots here.
Oh yeah, not to be morbid. My dad has this thing that hey, at my wake and funeral, I want Champagne Supernova played. Okay, make that work.
That's a great one.
Don't do that to me, Dad. Don't rush me on this.
Don't rush me.
2026. You got 50 years left, hopefully.
All right, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to let you listen into Robin here. We're going to step away for about 2 minutes. When we come back, we're going to check in on the celebration, the first night in Alexandria. We'll see how Northern Virginia is ringing in the new year. You're watching Live Zone Prime Time here on Fox Local, Fox 5 DC's YouTube page with producer Chris and Tony P.
Yes, Chris. Hi, we can hear you.
All right, so that was singer Robin performing Call Your Girlfriend. So a PSA to anyone out there celebrating New Year's right now who hasn't yet, make sure to call your girlfriend. Tony P, we'll wait and see who's coming up next. It is 9:32, which means we are just a little less than 3 hours, 2.5 hours
can you believe it?
until the ball drops in New York and we ring in 2026. However, like we've been talking about all night, the celebration's not isolated to New York. There are ones going on right here in the DMV as well, including one that is out in Northern Virginia. We're talking about First Night Alexandria, and that's where Josh Rosenthal is live tonight, hanging out with some people getting ready to ring in the new year. Josh.
Hey, Chris, Tony, let me tell you, before we get into this, I was watching the show before we had to get up for our live shot here. You two just look absolutely dapper.
Thank you.
Don't mind if I do.
We feel dapper.
I love the tuxes, although I will say that you here with us, you might be just a little overdressed. This is a little bit more of a low-key event. Follow me.
I like that, though.
This direction. As you said, Chris.
We'd also be a little underdressed because we'd be freezing, it looks like, based on the hat, gloves, and coats.
Exactly.
That's a good point. Yeah, as you said, this is First Night Alexandria. This is actually, it's a tradition that dates all the way back to 1994. So
wow.
It's been going on for a long time. We're in Old Town Alexandria. Right now, I'm taking you down King Street. As you can see, they've blocked off several blocks to traffic, cut it off to traffic, and just a ton of people out here. I mean, hundreds, probably over 1,000, at least at its peak. You've got all these restaurants that are totally packed. You have a ton of live music. Tons of happy people bringing in the new year. Also, something I absolutely love about this event is they have not one but 2 fireworks shows. So they are going to have fireworks at midnight, just like you get in a lot of places. Also, though, we have already seen fireworks here tonight. They had another, I've been calling it a more family-friendly version. Not that the midnight version isn't, but an even more family-friendly version at 7:30. So if you want to get the kids in bed, if you want to get in bed, if you just want to get out of the cold, you can catch the 7:30 fireworks and get out of here, which I think is what a lot of people did, because this place, it's crowded now. It was absolutely mobbed earlier. So we're having a good time. Also, one other thing I'll mention, I was here last year, along with photographer Eric Mills, back with me, man in the camera.
Eric, all right.
It was pouring last year.
That's
it was
right, it
raining
was.
so hard that they had to cancel that first fireworks show. So tonight it's a little chilly, but it's a nice night. People are having fun. They got the first fireworks. The second fireworks are coming up. It's a good way to bring in the new year. Yeah. You got a second, real quick? Okay. How you feeling heading into 2026?
Wonderful, amazing.
You having some fun with the family tonight?
Yes, my husband, my kids. Yes.
Happy New Year's, everybody. Do you want to say Happy New Year to the people at home?
Happy New Year.
Oh,
What's your
I love
name?
that.
Rachel.
Thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year, guys. I know you didn't plan on being on TV, but we appreciate you stopping. Happy New Year. Take care. As you can see, guys, this is a great family-friendly, fun event. A ton going on, and we're just having a good time.
And let me ask you this. So when looking at the event overall, how long do people expect the event to go here in Alexandria tonight? And what are the restaurants and shops doing as part of this? Were they staying open later, sort of like the Christmas season in the walk around, or are they closing regular hours and just keeping things normal?
Good questions, Tony. It looks like the vast majority of restaurants here are staying open. And
Okay.
Also, like there's a psychic type of place up here that's, still open. So a lot of businesses still have their doors open here, and the event is scheduled to go until the fireworks show, which is happening at midnight. And I'm glad you asked about this, because interestingly, this isn't just an evening event. They started events, not necessarily right. Yeah, you can come in, bud. Keep it clean. Give me 1 second. They started this event. Yeah, come on, you're good. They started this event at noon. They had children's activities and stuff, so it's like 12 hours of fun. Okay. He wanted to get in.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you, too. Please keep it clean. I'm good. What's your name?
My name's Peter. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
How is your celebration going so far?
My celebration is going absolutely great so far.
One more for you. Do you have any New Year's resolutions heading into 2026?
I want to try and run a marathon, so that's a big goal I have.
Wow.
Hey, Happy New Year. Thanks for stopping. He was good, right? Good job, Peter. All right.
Peter should be on TV,
guys.
too.
Stay safe. Have a good night.
Hey, Josh,
he's doing well.
Josh, dirty little secret. secret for you. We're streaming. People can say and do whatever they want.
That's right.
Okay, all right. Well, that is good to know. I'm used to the linear TV and just
I know.
telling
Right.
everybody,
No, I'm with you, my friend. And by the way,
keep it
you're
clean.
you're so good at like getting all the questions in and keeping it efficient. You are so good at that. Like that's well done. It's hard to do out there, and people can be rowdy. You kept that tight. I love it.
It's from many, many years of failing at doing just that. But thank you.
Well, that's when you only
I
learn. You only
appreciate it.
learn when you fail and get get kind of bopped in the head a little bit. You know.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
All right,
Yeah,
Jeff.
we're having a good time, and
It seems it.
I hope you guys have a happy New Year. And again, I love the tuxes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Josh, you look good myself. You look good yourself, my
Josh
friend.
Rosenthal, thank everyone out there who celebrated with us tonight as well.
Yes.
You have a wonderful New Year as well, and we'll see you back here in studio in just a little bit.
You too. Happy New Year, guys.
All right, let's head back across the river. Right now, the Washington Monument lit up like the Statue of
wow.
Liberty. So we're getting a little bit of inception here with a little New York and a little DC
All right.
right at the same time. If you're just joining us, what's happening down at the Washington Monument is they are projecting a light show onto it that tells the history of the United States. This is both to celebrate New Year and the start of America's 250th year. So this is a light show that runs about 25 minutes. It happens every hour on the hour. You can check it out not only tonight, but the next several nights as well. Tonight it runs from, it started at 7 o'clock. It goes through midnight. The next few days through January 5th, it will run from 7 till 10 p.m. Right now, okay, so still lit up as the Empire State Building. As we approach midnight, though,
slower.
it will light up as the world's tallest candle, is what the National Park Service said,
what they're
in
saying?
honor of America's 250th
Wow.
birthday.
Now, here's what I'm curious about. Is there any vocal stuff to this light show? I mean, I wanted to ask Sydney that question. If there's a vocal
There
component.
is an audio component.
Okay, sorry,
to it.
audio.
Tony P, this is a little behind the scenes, this is a little nerdy, but if you see anything, any green bars on this,
Oh, yeah.
you'll know that there's audio coming
It's
off
going
of
up
it, and
right
we can
there. I
listen.
see it.
So that's us talking
Oh.
on this source,
Sorry.
though. I'm going to bring us back on camera.
Yikes.
I'm giving Tony a little lesson in the behind the scenes.
final
stuff.
lesson
But
in
if you
2025.
see how you can see it there. If you see it there, it means there's audio. There is an
Interesting.
audio component.
There is,
So
okay.
I listened at 7 o'clock, and they give a
Yeah.
little overview and they give a little like history lesson.
Got it.
Over the course of what they're doing.
It's not
as well.
constant. It's not every transition. There's a
Yeah,
There's a
it's-
historical
there-
narration. Like
There is
Ken
a
Burns
narration,
thing.
though, for sure.
At the beginning, nice. That's smart. I mean, just to kind of hook them in first. Probably just want it to close.
That's right.
I would think as well. That's interesting because this is again with the way it's all set up here in D.C. That entire corridor, that area is all full of museums, full of monuments, artistic sources, art museums. I'm overcomplicating my words in 2025, but with all of that, I think it's really cool to have this in the center. And I said it, earlier in the hour. I think the museums should get involved in the next couple of years with this. Maybe add some more. We have like a late night opening, similar to what you see during the summertime, or maybe not do it on New Year's Eve, but do it around that time. Could be interesting because I think that with something like this, with the National Mall, the Washington Monument doing this, as well as adding the museum component, some history and learning, that can be a nice added bonus to DC as being a different types of New Year's experience versus New York, which is basically just entertainment and having fun, which is great. But I think a more learning style or historical way to do it, talking about New Year's of years past, could be interesting too.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we're back at Mar-a-Lago now. I believe this is a live picture. It may not be. So I'm going to take that live bug down. But this is definitely, this is a replay of what we saw earlier. This is Mar-a-Lago. This is the singing painter who did like a speed that the president then auctioned off. If you were watching at the top of the hour, this is pretty much exactly where you joined us there. So that painting's still going on, and then the president went to auction it off. But I saw the president and I went back to it, Tony P.
I wonder what the number was for the
What
auction.
the final number was?
They were getting to $1 million.
If we get back to that, we'll double check and see.
I'd love to find that out because I mean, again, they were getting pretty high up there with 250, 300, $1 million.
We heard some
That's
big
a
money.
lot
We heard
right
some
there.
big money.
It is. I'll tell you. I remember we did one of these when I think it was 3rd or 4th grade. They came into our school. This is back when public schools had decent funding. We had, just being honest, and there was no phones and there was more activity going on. But they had the painter come in and they did, I think it was like 3 historical figures. MLK Jr. They did Abraham Lincoln, and I think one year they did Ben Franklin, and they put all of it up in our cafeteria. As I went to a K-8 school in the Mass suburbs, where I had 9 years in the same place, and I could see the pictures every year getting drawn. We'd go to the assembly, we'd see it. We would all go nuts because of how cool it was. The lights would go dim, the lasers would go on, and you would see this painting come within 10, 15 minutes. It was so cool and so relaxing to watch.
Very cool.
Even though it had some energy. But then we saw all the pictures all in the cafeteria where you could see them. And I think they're still there even almost 20 years now since we were doing them. I was in school at the CGS Comprehensive Grammar School in Methuen, Massachusetts, starting, I think it was 21 years ago. So I can't believe it, and those pictures are still there.
This was my fun fact in the 7:30 half hour that we did. Speaking of 21 years ago, 21 years ago was the year 2005.
Yes.
So people born in the year 2005 will now legally be able to enter a bar and drink alongside of you. In the year 2005, Tony P.
Who are you doing?
How old you were? You were
me.
just a.
I was 7. So I was 6 going into 7 kindergarten.
Wait, how old are you again?
No, sorry. No, I was, what am I, 27? Yes, I'm 27.
So you were.
I was in 1st grade, my bad.
Okay.
2005, this time, so if it was 05 heading into 06, basically, that was 1st grade. And that's when I first started seeing those paintings happening at school every year. But I went into kindergarten in 2004. I remember that because the Red Sox came back from 3-0 against the Yankees, won their first World Series in 86 years.
That is right. I was in college watching that.
Oh
at the
my
time,
God,
because in
I was
the
in
year
kindergarten.
2005, I started college in the year 2002, went to 2006, so in the year 2005, I was like a junior or something like that.
Wow, let me ask you this. So we're seeing online, especially the last couple hours, this whole new trend of bringing back physical media, whether it be CDs or DVDs or
That is correct.
VHSs even. What were you listening to at that time? Was it a lot of cassettes still? It was
No,
DVDs, right?
This was prime illegal downloading on Napster and
God.
LimeWire. So, I absolutely poisoned every hard drive I came within spitting distance of because I was just ripping music left and right. So, sorry about that, Metallica. I ended up named in a class action lawsuit by Roy Orbison's widow, I believe, for downloading the song You Got It, which is a classic. And you know what? To be honest with you, shame on me. I should have paid for it. But I was a college student, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong.
Well, and iTunes it was starting, but it wasn't a big thing back then.
Quick, we got a quick shout out. This is from Kale. Kale B. Tadisi. Have an amazing New Year, guys. Shout out to Scion watching in Virginia. So shout out to Scion watching in Virginia.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful night. This is
a wonderful night indeed. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take you back out to New York, see what's going on there. We'll step away for just a second. When we come back, we'll find out what else Tony P was watching on this final
hard news for you.
Final day of the year 2025. We'll be right back.
very sad.
Nope, that's the wrong thing. Sorry. Here it goes.
Director of Marketing Operations, Megan Gillum. Megan, it is so great to welcome you and Kia to the spotlight this year. Can you share with us why Kia is part of this iconic celebration once again?
Thanks, Jonathan. Kia is thrilled to return.
All right, welcome back. You've been watching some of that live coverage from Times Square, New York. Interesting thing here. Okay, first of all, Kia, obviously, if you see the branding directly below the Times Square ball, their name front and center.
Yep.
But look what she's holding or standing next to right there. That is the FIFA World Cup Winners Trophy. Obviously, the FIFA World Cup going to be huge, huge. And it's also going to be right here in the United States.
It is.
And it's going to be, well, North America,
Right.
I should say.
Multiple countries.
Including the United States. It's also going to be right here on Fox 5. We will have complete coverage of that. You'll be able to see all of the action. We will also have complete coverage, pregame, postgame. We're going to have the works coming up here in 2026 when it comes to the World Cup. It is huge here in Washington, D.C., and obviously that is why they had the draw ceremony at the Trump Kennedy Center
right.
with President Trump back in, that was early December, so just a little less than a month ago. Also, we didn't acknowledge it earlier, but that is Jonathan Bennett, in case you were wondering, from Mean Girls. Also a current Hallmark star, I believe.
That's
he
really
does
cool.
a couple Hallmark shows. He is serving as the MC of this event up in Times Square tonight, the Times Square official coverage. We're going to take you to this quad box now, is what we call it.
Quadruplex.
Top left, that is Rio de Janeiro. The next one to celebrate the new year, to ring in 2026. You see the packed beach. Those are people on the beach at Copacabana. You can see the waves at the top of that live picture. On the right, that is the Washington Monument right here in Washington, D.C., lit up with some historical figures right now. That may be John Adams, don't quote me on that. But
It is
that
John
is
Adams.
the
Yeah, it
light
is.
show telling the history of the United States in honor of our 250th anniversary, which we will celebrate in 2026. Bottom left, underneath Rio, that is Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. That is the, what do they call it? The Las Vegas Strip?
The Strip, yeah, the Strip.
You can see the sphere off to the left. That's why I almost combined those two words, strip and sphere. Don't want to do that. It would end up being, just mushmouth.
Right.
And in the bottom right, that is the live picture from Times Square, New York. As the celebration continues, we are approaching, what are we approaching? 2 hours until that ball drops, Tony P.
I mean, this is crazy. I mean, a new year is upon us. I feel like this year has flown by. I mean, there's been a lot going on around the country, around the world.
No question about that.
But I mean, every year, I think as you get into your 20s and I get close to my 30s, it starts to get faster, and just every moment you feel like it was, okay, I thought it was last Christmas.
The days are long and the years
now
are
it's
short.
here. And I mean, we'll be back at Christmas before you know it. It'll just be like this, it'll be 2027. It's weird how as you get older, the light goes faster and things just go a lot quicker. And one thing I'm working on in the new year is being more present. You got to be present because you just don't know how fast things are going to go. And you wake up and go, oh my goodness, I've let too much go by. So that's the biggest thing. Don't let life pass you by too much.
There's a famous
try to make
saying-
it slow-mo if you can.
There's a famous saying by a great poet named Ferris Bueller about that.
Ah, yes.
One day you'll wake up and we'll have all gone. It's something like, I'll look it up.
Right.
While Tony P.
That'll be the close.
Tony P. Let's talk about what
right.
else you're watching today.
Absolutely.
Our one cutaway from all of
Yes.
our New Year's Eve coverage on this Wednesday night.
Yes, and we shall start here in the nation's capital. President Trump announced today he's removing National Guard troops from Chicago, Los Angeles, and Portland following last week's Supreme Court defeat. Quote unquote from the president, we will come back perhaps in a much different and stronger form when crime begins to soar again. Only a question of time, President Trump posted on Truth Social. The Supreme Court, of course, rejected the administration's emergency request, ruling the government failed to identify a source of authority that would allow the military to execute the laws in Illinois. Trump had federalized troops against Democratic governors' wishes, claiming they were needed to protect federal immigration agents. Meanwhile, the administration deployed 350 Louisiana National Guard members to New Orleans through February under Republican Governor Jeff Landry's command. So that is a legal order because the governor of the state, Jeff Landry, allowed the Louisiana National Guard to be federalized, just to add that little clarifier in there. Staying with security concerns, cities across America ramped up precautions for tonight's New Year's Eve celebrations. The heightened measures come on the anniversary of the ISIS-inspired truck attack in New Orleans that killed 15 people on January 1st of this year, and 2 weeks after the FBI arrested 4 people allegedly plotting to detonate bombs in Los Angeles. Nearly 800 officers will patrol New Orleans' downtown, while New York City deployed its entire police department for the Times Square ball drop. Chicago, Philadelphia, and Boston likewise are beefing up security. Police have said at the moment there are no specific credible threats, but urge vigilance in the crowd. So be aware out there if you're going into a major city tonight to celebrate. In the world of healthcare, Enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies will expire at midnight tonight, setting up massive premium increases for 22 million Americans. Without congressional action, marketplace insurance premiums will more than double on average, jumping from $888 to $1,904 annually, according to Kaiser Family Foundation. A 6-year-old earning $55,000 could see premiums rise by $881 per month. Of course, the subsidies were at the center of the 42-day government shutdown, but Republicans refused to extend them. The House is expected to vote in January on a Democratic proposal for a 3-year extension, though it faces long odds in the Senate. In New York City, Zohran Mamdani will make history tomorrow when he is sworn in as mayor. At 35, he'll be the city's youngest mayor in over a century and will be the first mayor to take the oath of office on the Quran. It will be attended by many progressive leaders, including Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The healthcare crisis as well, just to go back quickly, is hitting farmers in particular. Iowa farmer Tom Franson told NPR his family premiums will jump from $1,200 to $2,400 monthly due to the expired subsidies. Combining that with tariffs, it's going to be a very complex year for our farmers, and they, again, power our economy and put good food in our stomachs, so we pray for them this year. In entertainment news, the Kennedy Center Honors suffered a historic ratings collapse, drawing just 3.2 million viewers last Sunday night, down 47% from last year's 6.1 million. On a brighter note, though, employees at a Michigan manufacturing company received the surprise of a lifetime. After selling the family business for just over $1.7 billion, owner Chris Reed distributed $240 million in bonuses to his 650 workers based on their years of service. Some long-term employees received checks exceeding $300,000. Reed, who inherited the auto parts supplier from his grandfather, said his workers built this company and deserve the share in its success. It has also been growing in the AI department with some of their construction business. That's why the valuation has gone up. And many of these employees, by the way, Producer Chris, went through the 2008 crisis, a lot of issues with AI and technology, the tech burst that really hurt the company, and so many stuck with it. And because of this generosity, they will be getting the opportunity to pay off their mortgage, fund their children's educations, and a lot are going to retire because of this. So I got to tell you,
glass to that.
That
Cheers
is
to that.
almost the opposite, my friend, of the Clark Griswold scene in Christmas Vacation.
True, but
not a lot of employees will be saying that. Now,
a Jelly of the Month Club is the gift that keeps on giving.
It
all
does.
Year long.
Now, quickly about that.
Okay.
It depends. So some of the employees, those who've been there for a long time, will get it automatically. For younger employees, it will be extended over 5 years. So if they stay for 5 years, they'll get the full amount. But some of that's going to be $300,000-$400,000. They're already going to get about $100,000 this year, which is incredible, and they're front loading it. So that is truly a major gift that keeps on giving.
West Virginia Ben just jumped in the comments section and said, just like Tommy Boy, and it was the first thing that went through my head too. I promise you that. Also, speaking of movies, the quote, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it," by our celebrated poet Ferris Bueller. And the classic movie chronicling his legendary day off. All right, we are down to our final 3.5 minutes of the show. Right above us up there, that's the beach at Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro, the next ones to celebrate the new year, but not for another hour. You also see here in Washington, D.C., the Washington Monument all lit up. That looks like the moon landing to me, Tony P.
I mean,
right
that
now.
is...
And of course, next to us over there, that is Times Square, New York, where everyone is standing by for that ceremonial ball drop tonight at midnight.
They're prepping, they're getting ready. And by the way, just to note, Ryan Seacrest, who also is part of the Fox family, he was donning tonight a beautiful red velvet tux. And I got to tell you, he was looking
not too shabby.
Fire.
Right? Not too shabby.
As someone that has always aspired to be like him, he's truly one of my inspirations. It is so cool that I have the chance to be on the air at the same time he is, especially with being here with you. But
yeah, that's right.
It is really cool. And
my
we had a
dream
great
is
time
to
up
go
there.
full Anderson Cooper and what's his face? Who's the
Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen.
And just we were this one wouldn't have been the alcohol removed.
No.
Just be slinging it back. We've only made it about.
See, you and I couldn't co-host that because I wouldn't be drunk.
The bottle, and so we're gonna keep working on this in the meantime. I've got another bottle of it.
Nice.
The the kind that's a little more my speed waiting for me.
Yep.
When I get home. Thank you to everyone who spent their New Year's Eve watching with us.
Thank you, yes.
Whether you're watching on Fox Local, whether you're watching on Fox 5 DC's YouTube page, whether you've tuned in for the first time, or whether you're one of our regular viewers, we appreciate you and we look forward to a new year, a fresh start,
Yes.
and bringing you the news in a new kind of way.
Right.
Streaming here every 5 nights a week, and
here.
it affords a lot of opportunity for us to communicate directly with you, to get your feedback, to talk about issues that matter to you, and we're going to do a lot more of that coming up here in the new year.
Oh, totally. And I'm first of all so excited and honored to be a part of this family here at Fox 5. This is my second full year as a contributor, having the chance to do the shows, whether it be Like It or Not, or doing Lion Lunch Hour, or doing Take It Too, and then having the chance to do You Like It or Not with you. And then getting this chance to tell the news. I was not known as a newscaster at all. This is my first time doing it. And it's truly been the honor of a lifetime to do it for the last few months and be a part of this with you. And you've been an incredible mentor and guide. So,
Well,
and
I
also
appreciate
an
that very
awesome
much.
host
You've been
who
the
just
best
makes this so smooth. Thank you, my
co-host
friend.
with me, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for joining us from your adventures all around the world as well. You know what time it is for
Where in the
me?
world is me?
Now, Tony's got big plans after the show. I, on the other hand, am going to head home and I'm going to hang out with my wife.
Yes.
We're going to be off tomorrow night, and we're going to be off on Friday, but we'll be back on Monday, 9 o'clock, same time, same place. It's, you know what time it is? This is my favorite part of every time I wear a bow tie, getting to do that.
Oh, not me. I
Pull
can't
it
do
down.
it.
No, not yet.
I gotta
not
tighten
yet.
mine,
You gotta keep
my
yours.
friend.
You gotta keep yours going all the way until that ball drops. I, on the other hand, get to
Go home and relax.
undo a couple buttons as my signature move. At
Ooh,
least
looking
one
good
more
there.
than people would prefer. Let's just put
The
it
very,
that
very
way. That's-
Travolta review,
that's
my friend.
That's my signature move right there. Have a happy New Year, everyone.
Yes, everybody, be
Have
safe.
a safe and happy and healthy New
Metro
Year.
is free, by the way, so take
That's
the
right.
Metro. Don't drink and drive. Take an
Katya
Uber or do
Callahan,
that.
Katya Callahan, you waited until the final 8 seconds
Yes.
of the show. Sorry. Come join us again
Yes,
another night.
please.
Another night.
Oh.
We're going to take you back out to New York. Have a great night, everyone.
If you're going to be an astronaut, you're going to have to train at Planet Fitness, so that way you can be healthy for the spaceship. Do we even fly in spaceships anymore? I don't know. And Sean from Maryland wants to finally get a king-size bed. Well, with all those muscles that you're going to be growing at Planet Fitness, you're going to need a king-size bed, buddy.
I could use one of those too.
Yeah, same. And what is this right here? This is Max. Oh! Brian, do you know what that sound is?
The countdown?
That's the